Were you sitting crisscross applesauce this time?
I've done this for the last few. So
Wow.
if you haven't seen it, you're not looking at me. You're looking through me.
I just want to say I'm sorry for not noticing.
It's the only way that I don't look like a fat pig.
Hey, that's enough.
It's a deep couch. And
it is a deep couch.
The way I sit, it makes it big. But if I sit how I would sit on a normal couch, not made for a giant man.
We had to get a couch for a giant man.
No.
Yeah.
You basically
I wanted a bed. I wanted a bed
you were
out in our living room. I was like, yeah.
Like, you remember, like, you'd be driving down the street. There'd be these guys selling bean bags out of a truck. You know, your parents would never let you get one, but you were always like, God, I want one of those bean bags.
That'd be so nice to have a bean bag in my room.
Yeah.
If I was cool enough like Tyler, I'd have a bean bag in my room.
I could get one that looks like a baseball.
Oh, that's cool.
But that's you in this couch.
No, that is me in this couch. I'm at that age. I want a comfy couch, okay? That's just a fact about me.
Factorino.
There's a few things I know in my old age.
You're not old at all.
I want a comfy couch. I want comfortable shoes.
Okay.
and I want gift cards for my birthday. That's real. No, I just meant that, like, I realized this week because it was my birthday that I was like, it's less like I meant like the I want a gift card age and more like there isn't anything that gives me more joy. Like if someone found something super crazy that was like very specific to me, I'd be like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But truly nothing gives me more joy than being like, here's money to a place that you love to go to. And I'm like, oh man, like I get to go have like me time and like freaking pick whatever I want. Like, oh, that's nice. That's a gift.
Wow.
If it's something
it's a gift card.
It's a gift card. If it was something like a place like Denny's, I'd be like, oh, well, okay. All right. Like there's a gift card in my wallet that I've had for 6 years. It's to some weird ice cream place that we've never been to. And we were both like, I don't know, we're not ice cream kids, you know?
Yeah.
But if it's like somewhere that you love, man, I gotta be honest.
I hate gift cards,
you
honestly.
do. You really do.
I don't like how they're the most like you can never get what you want.
No, I love it.
Like because there's never enough on the gift card. Then you either have to pay money more or like now you just have this remaining balance.
No, I love it.
I'm like, just give me cash. Write me a check. I'll think about you when I buy myself something.
No, that's not it. No, this is...
Do you know how many of those
this is the way.
Gift cards I've lost because I'm like, I used it or like I left them in an old... No, that's on whoever gave it to me. It's now a chore.
You're being sassy. It's not a chore. It's nice. It's
Cash is nice.
Okay, look.
Venmo me and say, go for it. Have fun.
Venmo me and say, go for it.
Do whatever you want. Yeah.
This is for butts. Welcome to Favorite Cheese.
Yes.
We're doing a weekend episode because I had a crazy birthday weekend, baby.
Yeah, crazy birthday weekend. We had some tacos.
That's the truth of it. I've said this. I've already said this to you, but I think the best part about it was that I really didn't want to do anything crazy or hard. Yeah. And everyone was like, a bar? And I was like, God, no. Like, that sounds awful. Yeah. And then they were like, oh, bowling. And I was like, that's a lot of like get together. Like, we could all come over. And I'm like, ugh, blah, blah. Like, it's fully, I'm like at that age. And then literally someone was like, you love tacos? You want to go get tacos? I was like, hell yeah. And then I realized we're at that age because all of our friends are like our friends brought their newborn. It was so cute and so nice because we're at that age where like some friends have newborns they're bringing with them. And then literally like, we're at the age instead of being like, if you get a shot, I'll get a shot. It was like, if you get an extra taco,
I'll get an extra taco.
Yeah. We were like playing that game of like, I'm going to go beef brisket. You're like, oh, are you ready for it? And it was like, oh, we're fully at that age of like.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
Tacos. Why?
Yeah. Well, because it's like, it was less about like the taco thing and more just like that the drinks were like $18 to $28. And I was like, nuts. And everyone was kind of like it just kind of ruined the vibe. I'm like, that's
everyone
insane.
had a fun time. It was
no, we all had a fun time. And then the check came out, and it was shocking. Like,
well, it's just that I think that is happening. LA. That literally is. It's inflation. Not just LA. It's like inflation, but Yeah, you're right. There literally was like drinks that you were like, am I gonna spend $17 on a margarita I can make for like $1.50 at home?
I
like,
know.
I know that's part of going out. I know that's part of it, but it also just
feel like that's a bit much.
Sure, and it also just kind of like reiterates my like lack of going out culture.
I know.
I love the food. Don't get me wrong. I am a food person. I love stuff that I can't make by myself. I'm never going to make a banh mi taco, so I'm sure as shit going to want to go and get one.
Yeah.
But there's certain things where like I was a bartender for years. I can figure out any drink. Like any drink I can do. You know, I've done that before.
Maybe we should just start inviting people over.
I think that's what we're gonna be
in
our age. We're gonna be like, come over. We'll have a faux bar. We'll make a shandy. We'll make a shoogie doobie.
Well, that's pretty much what favorite cheese is. Yeah. But we'll just invite them over and then we'll record them.
Again, I don't mind going out for food, but I do realize now. Also, I'm not a real part of. I never have been a part of like drink culture. Drinks haven't been my like thing, my drug of choice.
But I even said that to my talking about beer.
Oh, I love beer, and I think if it didn't like upset my tummy, God, which is such a sad like thing of like,
I know.
Why'd you stop drinking beer in your older age? And you're like, cause my tummy hurt the whole time.
Yeah.
But if it didn't, I'd still probably drink a ton of beer. But even I said that to my cardiologist. I was like, I don't really drink, and he's like, why would you? You seem to be having a pretty good time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
But no, it was.
You don't need it, you know?
I don't need it. I don't think. I also just don't. There are like dozens of us that really, truly just don't like. There's no issue with it. I just don't love it. I don't love the feeling. For me, it's like a weird, like, it harkens back to being under anesthesia. Like that's the feeling.
Way to bring it down over here.
I'm not trying to. I'm only saying this.
Oh, hey guys. Like, hey, I had like 2 beers.
This reminds me so much of my open heart surgery.
Are you guys feeling? I feel like I'm under anesthesia. I feel like I'm gonna count down right now.
On a hospital gurney right now, being someone's gonna saw my chest in half because I've had 4 open heart surgeries.
And everyone's like,
God.
Who invited her? The first time was all right, but now the 5th time.
No, she just keeps bringing it. No, I'm not trying to bring it. I am actually saying it because I am wondering if anyone else has that feeling. I don't know.
For me, the problem is like, okay, I enjoy to drink beer. Like that's pretty much all I drink.
You're a baby beer boy.
That's it. Like, I mean,
say it again. Say, I'm a baby beer boy.
I don't want to say it. Don't make me say it.
I don't want to say it.
So I love beer boy. Specific IPAs. Like, not even. That's pretty much it. Or like some pale ales.
You love like
sours,
West Coast IPAs. Yeah. You've recently dived into sours.
Yeah. And there's other ones that I'll drink. Like if we're in places, like I like them. But we were at this bar. They had no IPAs.
Yeah.
And
ruined the night already.
And they were like charging $13 for a Modelo, just one. Yeah. And there was part of me that was like, you know what? I'm good. And I was good.
Yeah.
But the thing that was like kind of weird, not weirding me out, but killing me is like my friends. I don't know if it's because I was younger. I've always been kind of frugal or not enjoy spending money for things that I can do.
I think this is the best way to say it because people have like said other things.
You're gonna say something racist,
I'm
aren't
not.
You?
Oh God.
Okay, keep going.
No, I was gonna say like.
You want to say it?
God damn.
All right, keep going. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say like there's not like you enjoy spending money on the things you want to spend money on. That's really what it is. Like there's things that like you and I completely agree on this. Like we cook at home 99.9% of the time. We're not those people, but like we'll go and we'll spend money on travel. Like we'll spend money on like or coffee
no,
or like
listen.
Watches?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still always searching for a deal. But I'm
Deli
just like
loves a deal.
I do love a deal. I love a deal.
He does love a deal.
But the adrenaline you get. It's mainly the adrenaline.
It's mainly the turn on.
But it's how much of a boner I get.
It's the torque.
I'm like, give me a minute.
Give me a minute. $300?
Okay, I have cash. No, no. It's the fact that it used to be like, okay, $3 to $5 a beer. Okay, that's like okay. Yeah. But $12 for one Modelo, like
that's
you could get a
pack.
Yeah, no, that's a 12-pack of Modelo probably.
Shit. Yeah, I forgot it was Modelo.
Yeah. Like I just, for me, and so I was fine making my choice. It doesn't affect anyone else. It doesn't hurt anyone else.
It's not your birthday.
Not your birthday. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy your company. But the people around me are like, come on, Del, like, get it. I'll buy you a drink if you don't want
like, I really just don't want to.
It's principle. I don't want to spend $28.
It's principle.
No, it's ridiculous.
I get it.
But it's like and it's so funny because they're looking at me like, what are you doing, man? And I'm like, that would be like your friends jumping off a cliff, and I'm like, I don't want to join you.
No, like, jump off a $28 cliff. Like, why won't you? No.
I don't, because if I wasn't paying for, if it was an open bar, fine. But
who has an open bar at a birthday?
Actually, my friend.
Yeah, you're right. They did, and that was dangerous.
But she's a baller. I know I'm sounding like a curmudgeon.
You are sounding like a curmudgeon.
Yes and no, but I don't think like it affects anybody else. Like I was having a good time.
You had a good time.
I wasn't like sitting there like we gotta go now. I was literally just like having a good time, making jokes, and so I was like, but it weirded me out so much how my friends were affected that I wasn't ordering
maybe
a drink.
Because you're the guy that like doesn't mind getting a drink and doesn't mind doing that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe,
but it is a weird world when you can get
is
like
it the prices? I'm like, well, I don't like the prices.
I don't like them,
and they don't have any IPAs right now. Oh, come on,
we did do the math because like the Cadillac Margarita was $28, but they had $2 street tacos, which means I could have gotten 14 street tacos.
Yeah, for the price of one.
Of a cat. I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do next time.
Just because it comes in a terracotta cup. Do I get to keep the cup? Oh God, no. No, we're gonna need that back.
And we're gonna need your credit card as a deposit. No, I had a fine time, but
it was
I
a really
do realize
fun time.
that we're like at that age of like,
maybe
like,
that's why we were doing the tacos, because the drinks were too expensive. I'm like, we'll just shoot some tacos.
I'm gonna have again. I don't mind. It's just it's a different now. I think as you get older, there is like a weird culture, and especially now that it's LA prices. I'm sure there's so many people that are going to listen to this and be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
LA prices are insane. And they are. Yeah, like, they just are.
You can find divier places, but this was like, there's alternatives, there's vegan.
And really, the food isn't bad.
No,
but
it's good
just, food. You do also get to that point where you go like, is this real or is this just, am I like leaning into this? Am I like playing into your game?
The whole restaurant did feel like it was designed by ChatGPT though. Like the sayings are like, make tacos, not war. And you're like, what does that mean?
I don't know if that's grammatically correct. Again, it was one of those solidifying things of like, oh, I'm getting older, you know, because even when we went to the bathroom, I went with a friend because that's what girls do. You just all go together so you can gab. And
I think that's what you guys do. The other people are definitely doing drugs.
I'm sure. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Other people are definitely doing absolute drugs in the bathroom, and we were like, we're gonna talk while we pee.
Yeah.
But literally, we went into the bathroom, and it was all like weird faces, wallpaper, and like extreme black light, and like a club in Berlin. Like it was like
that's why I think ChatGPT designed it, because it's like none of it made any
also,
like what's the theme
so scary
here
in black light. So like literally me and Vern were looking at ourselves and we're like, oh god, like what is, and everything was so aggressive. I was like, I hope that our friends don't have to change their baby's diaper in this like weird club bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's blacklight. I hope you get it all.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Do you remember? We almost went there, but I backed out because we read the reviews. But there's like a restaurant. There's a few of them around the world, but there's one of them where it's in complete darkness, and all of the waiters are blind people, which is awesome. But everything's in darkness because
the whole thing is supposed to like really enhance like all your other senses. You're in darkness, so like your olfactory glands are supposed to like really like step up to the game, and like your senses of like the tingle of the food or like the texture of the food or all that.
Which it sounds awesome, but then like you think about it for longer than 5 seconds. First off, it's expensive. Second off, it's like, what if I need to go to the bathroom? like am I like pause. Like I know you people are moving around, but I need to move now. So
close your eyes, everyone. I'm gonna flip on the light real quick.
yeah. Can we turn the light on?
Yeah, I'm gonna just use my phone for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Close your eyes, everyone.
And then I'm reading the comments, and some of the comments are like, I think that the lights off is a total gimmick. They're like, I'm feeling the table and the chairs, and it feels like plastic, like folding chairs.
Well, to be fair, they're like, they won't see it. It's fine.
Yeah, what if it's literally just like...
Yeah, it's like a
Chinese
signature.
restaurant. That's like, we're not going to update it.
In the back of a patio.
Yeah.
Or it's literally like a Costco. Yeah, it's a Costco cafeteria.
The food wasn't that... Yeah, it's just a Costco.
This is just a Costco hot dog. I know when I taste one.
Listen, people will pay anything if you convince them it's worth it. And that's how you provide value. So...
Whoa.
Now that's a gimmick, but gimmicks can sell for a while.
I'm a couple years older than you.
Yeah, same,
but I think you might be a couple years older than me.
Yeah.
Curmudgeon wise.
I'm not curmudgeon. I'm just seeing it how it is.
Hey.
You want to come over to my house and have some beers? We can have some beers, all right?
I'm not gonna make you tacos though. They make real good tacos.
I'll make my friends tacos.
No, I'm not going to not. I'm just saying.
Okay, here's the move.
Okay.
We order the tacos.
Yeah.
We pick them up. I'm going to bring them home.
Wow. Actually, no. Yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah, because the tacos, no price in the taco price. No qualms with the taco prices. I think the taco prices
That's how you begin your Yelp review.
Yeah.
No qualms with the taco prices.
But if I'm trying to get
the creepy bathrooms.
Yeah. Creepy bathrooms. And also... The girls that were doing the drugs in the bathroom, they came out and they were looking at our friend's baby like it was like...
Oh, yeah, they wanted to eat it. We did say
that.
Yeah,
and it was cool, but it was definitely like, I'm like, hey, guys. They just had the baby.
Please don't eat the child.
This is their first time out. Like, you're making them feel real weird.
You're creeping them out.
Like,
hey, we asked them to come out here. We really tried hard to get our friends with a newborn out at a normal, decent time at night. You came out here with creepy faces, and you look like you're going to eat their baby.
No, it wasn't. They weren't scared. Like, they liked the baby.
But it was like too much of a like. It was like, oh my God, I love him. I love him. Oh my God, I love him.
As they left, they were like, have a good evening, baby. And they walked like,
they did. And then even God was like, as he's holding his child.
Give me your baby.
Get out of here. Because we're all like, do we have to fight these girls?
So,
are they going to have superhuman strength?
Could you fight them, do you think?
I thought about this a lot.
Have you ever been in a fight?
No, God, no. Oh, and even the one time I was supposed to get in a fight. And
would you fight for my love?
I fight for your love every day.
Who are you fighting?
I don't know. I'd fight for if someone came after you.
No, but if we were back in a small bar,
okay,
and we had gone back to our hometowns,
okay,
and someone's like, who's this? Who's this one that you bring here? And I'm like, that's my wife. And they're like, I'm a fighter because I want Delman's love.
This is such a specific thing. I would probably turn to him and say, hey, no offense, ma'am. He wants nothing to do with you.
And I'll be like, hold on. I'd like to see this fight.
I'd like to see this through.
I do not want nothing to do with you, Paulette, but I would like to see. That's my ex, Paulette. I didn't realize we had something going.
Wow, so specific. Okay. I'm going to be honest. If you need to explore Paulette, that's clearly a you problem.
No, I just want to see if you would fight for my love.
Not
and how
physically,
would you do it?
Emotionally.
You just tear it down.
I'm really good at emotional warfare.
Wow. That's good.
Not real. I mean, I don't want to be, but I'll cut someone down.
You can cut deep. Yeah.
I'll try. I mean, that's where my senses lie. I don't have any other skills as far as physicality
Mine
goes.
is I get so pathetic in the time of the fight that at some point
someone feels horrible.
The opposer looks at me and either wants to hug me, apologize, or laugh.
Yeah, that makes so much sense for you.
The few times it's almost happened, it's like we were gonna go and I'm like, here we go, and then they're
like, guy, hey man, guy,
hey.
This is
it was probably just all a big misunderstanding, and you're like, how'd that happen?
The one time I was supposed to, it was like high school, and this one really mean girl, she was known for fighting, and for some reason I was the product that day. I was the person that she was like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of Lee, and I was like, I don't know what I did. I literally the whole time kept being like, did I say something? And she's like, you know what you did, which is a classic tactic of I have no idea what you did.
Yeah, no, whenever someone is like, oh, we're protecting, or they know what they did, it's like they don't
I don't
did.
think you know what they did.
No one knows.
But that was a common thing. And then I was like, I'm still 5'1". I'm like always been 5 feet tall, barely.
Yeah.
And literally like
scrappy.
I'm scrappy. I can. But the whole time she was like tough. Like she was tough as nails, and she was also like mid 40s. Mid 40s. She was also like 62 and in the class. She was a teacher. She did not like me.
Yeah. I'm like, Mrs. Delpha, you and me by the flagpoles.
I don't want to do it, Mrs. Delpha, please. No, it was like she was tough. And then because someone heard that, they were like, this other girl that was also known for fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Which is such a fun thing.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, it was like a weird this other girl was like, I'm going to fight in Lee's place.
Oh, dude, wow. I didn't realize this was like a Game of Thrones scenario.
Yeah, it was. It was
where someone could fight in your place.
There was a bridge for our, we walked down and there's like a bridge that goes to the parking lot. It was so medieval. And everyone kept being like, this person's going to fight. Like, I'll call her
did your surrogate win?
No, the surrogate, because the surrogate was like, okay, so the girl literally was like, I'm going to fight Lee on the bridge after school. Yeah. I was like shitting bricks because I was like, I don't fight. I'm not a fighter. I was like, I can maybe try and talk my way out of it or joke my way out of it. I don't even know what I did. I asked like all of her friends to ask her, and they were like, we don't know. But she's like dead set on it. She's nuts right now. And then this other girl was like, hey, if she tries to fight you, I'm going to take her down. And literally, like, when we crossed the bridge, that girl stood in front of me and was like, no one touches Lee. You touch her, I come for you. But that girl was like, whereas other girl was like tough, that girl was like insane. That girl was like the mountain. Like, girl was the mountain.
Wow.
She was the one that was like, hey, you touch her. And then so that girl literally was like, oh, no, I don't know what the problem was. No, we can work this out.
She squeezed Pedro Pascal's head open like a grape.
And she literally killed her. And she killed her. And so that girl died. But she did it for a good reason.
And then that girl owned you. And you had to be hers for the rest of high school.
Honestly, what's weird is that
who is this knight in shining? She's like, I got you.
She just wanted to fight. She just wanted to fight, which is such a weird...
just here for the love of the fight.
I mean, not no. And I even was like, thank you so much. And she never really talked to me again. I tried. I'd be like, well, remember that time? And she'd be like, anyways, move on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
I've done that with like magic and like photography and like playing at people's weddings, bagpipes and stuff. But I get it. I totally get it. I do favors for people. They want me to, it's like...
No, not the same. I'm sorry. Hey, this isn't the same.
Listen, I was pulled from martial arts when I was young.
Can you tell us why?
I don't know if I could figure it out. It's either a money thing or it's that I did a roundhouse kick to my sister's head. I was practicing, obviously, but I nailed it. I was trying to do a spar. I was going to stop like right next to her head, but I followed through. I really knocked her out. So they were like, you're done. And I was like, come on, isn't it 3 strikes? They're like, no, you're out. We already wanted to end this before you wanted to do this. Keep the gi, keep the 2nd degree yellow black belt that I just put electrical tape on because they didn't really have. Good.
I'm kind of glad you stopped because I think there's an absolute possibility you would have gotten really deep into karate.
Oh yeah, I would have been so good.
And you're so tall, then it would have defined you. You would have been the karate guy, and you probably wouldn't have done.
You can call me sensei.
I will not call you sensei.
When you address me, you look me in the eyes.
I will not.
Stay in the triangle.
In the triangle?
Eyes, nose, mouth.
Would you take it now? Would you take karate now?
You know what? I'm getting into it.
I think you should.
You think I should?
Yeah, I'm gonna sign for your birthday. I'm gonna sign you up for karate classes.
What kind of karate? Also, the people that do it that are like if you become a black belt as an adult and not a kid, like those people take it to a different level. Like I would.
It's something that it's like something that means a lot to them.
And also, it's like.
But you're right because the one friend that we do.
I'd rather take like tactical training.
Yeah.
Like where it's like I can disarm a robber. I could do it like a double leg takedown. I could maybe throw something at them. But like I don't want to be like come at me. What?
What class is this?
It's called it's called break-in.
This week, how to throw something at your opponent.
Okay, so So listen, I've often thought, because like, okay, so some of my friends are like, I want a gun, and I'm like, you're an idiot. Like, you don't know what you're doing.
And then to do, you're always like, oh no.
And then I have other friends that are like, I want to learn martial arts, and I'm like, you're drunk every night. Like, you're not gonna do good.
Maybe.
And also it's like, yeah. And then I have other friends that say they want to do stuff. I really dabbled and toyed with like kind of setting this place up like a Home Alone situation. Like when I go to bed, I set booby traps up.
You do.
But like I can just see it going wrong. Yeah. Like I've really played this in my head and it's not good. Like the flame torch thing that goes wrong once.
That burns the whole house down.
And someone's screwed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do I gotta freak these guys out. If someone comes in my house, I gotta scare them. I'm doing a mental scare. Okay. So I'm gonna be like, I've been waiting for you. Like, I'm gonna be like, finally. That's gonna be like step number one.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I'll be like, and then so I'm thinking.
Can I hear like the voice? Because you can't. No, I'm
gonna go like this. Make my day.
And they're like, gunshot.
No, they're not gonna have a gun. So then. So you know how I was good at darts?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be my weapon of choice. Is like,
okay.
16 grams to the dome. I just go, yeah, bullseye.
And they're like, ow.
No, it would do damage.
You think so?
16 grams at least of pure force, and the dart is very sharp and long. I think this would at least pierce their frontal lobe enough for me to get behind them and take them out in a sleeper type. This is from the class.
Sleeper. Oh, this is from the class. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're going to start this
Trust
class?
me. If anyone tries to break in my house, I could probably scare them or befriend them. Have a seat.
I have a really good fondue this week.
I love it.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
Weasel is our little baby angel. With rescue dogs, especially in like LA or really anywhere, you don't really know how old they are when you get them.
No.
Like it's like one of those, they kept saying he was like 1.5 years, but then they kept giving us a timeline of all these other shelters he'd been in. And it was like, the math isn't mathing.
Yeah.
So Weez is anywhere from like 9 to 12 years old. Yeah, he's in that zone. He's in like a really weird zone of like, if he's 12, he's like an older dog. If he's 9, he's like still getting up there. But he has pancreatitis and it's heartbreaking and devastating and really not that big. It's not that big of a deal.
It's like literally
like just don't feed him crazy treats and like watch what he eats and like don't don't abuse
him table
anything.
Scraps and
precisely it's like monitor his food, and you can, because that's all you do is like monitor their food. Yeah. But we had to take him to the vet recently, and we have a really killer vet, but one of my favorite things about it is like I came home and I told you like it's a new generation of like where the transatlantic accent was like, you know, back in the 40s, it was like, like everybody, like you'd have a stockbroker and you'd have like a businessman and a bankman and like a secretary.
Oh, no, you don't. Like don't talk to me like that.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
I really think that vocal fry is the new transatlantic accent, that like weird, like almost like influencer talk of like Valley Girl, you know?
I know.
Because our vet, it was a new one. She came in and she fully was like, she had like beach waves, huge hoop earrings, and she was like, oh my God, Mr. Weasel, like, what's wrong, buddy? Like, oh no, my BFF is totes upset. And I was like, this is going to be the new generation of it. Yeah. And it's going to be a really interesting journey for me to be like, I know she's like so smart. I know she's so capable and she's a doctor. But it was just such a funny thing to literally like have this Valley Girl come in, and it was like Alexis Rose came in. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I kept thinking about like, this is what's going to be.
It's so interesting because the transatlantic accent actually like came around to make Americans sound more sophisticated and more like, are we European? Are we not?
Yeah,
like, and then they started kind of the higher up started adopting this accent, which is why it made its way all over. But this almost sounds like, I don't want to be like too smart, so I'm gonna get on your level.
Alienating.
Yeah.
But it was like, and none of it really felt like, honestly, none of it felt put on from her. I really feel like she probably talks that way 24/7 in her life, and she really was like, oh my God, this is like, like I kept saying like, well, he this happened and this happened. She's like, oh my God, that's so heartbreaking. And that's like, totes upsetting. Like, I'm so sorry. And then she'd be like, Mr. Wheezy Guy, are you like furious? And he's just like, I don't know, man.
Who is
But
this?
it was like, and then she'd be like, oh my God. And I was like, well, then, like, there was like, he puked a little bit. And she was like, no, we can't have that happening. Like, buzzkill.
Oh my
I was like,
imagine if you like didn't see her in the vet. Like, it's already weird enough to be like, oh, okay, but if you were just at a party, and she's like, yeah, I'm a veterinarian, you'd be like,
what?
Liar over here.
No, but like, and then that was what was funny is because she'd be like, oh my God, buzzkill. Like, well, we can't have that happening. Can you put 500 cc's? Like,
yeah.
Like, can you put 500 cc's of Seroquel on that? And then please get him Serenia. And she was like, I'm going to put him, what is he, 11 pounds? I'm going to put him on like 11 pounds and probably put him on like this. And she had like all these different diagnoses for him.
It's going to hurt just for a moment.
I know. And she was like, a teeny tiny little prick. And you're like, okay.
Of course you're going to bite. My fingies are in your mouth.
Yeah. She was like, really, she was like, and then I told her, I was like, well, and he's like really verbal. And she was like, oh my God, as dogs get older, they get like anxiety, like same, right? And I was like, I love you.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, I'm not mad at it though.
No,
like,
I'm not mad at all.
I
will say that like, it's going to be a different journey as the generation comes up to literally be like, okay, so it's unfortunately like a devastating, heartbreaking disease. Let me totally tell you about our treatment plan. You're like, that's going to be tough for... I was like, okay, I'm leaning into this because I think it's hilarious and fantastic. And what a new fun generation. I'm sure some people would be like, I don't know, but she was so smart and
my
capable.
My dad would be
everything.
Like, we need a new one.
He's like, I don't buy it. But she was like on top of it. Yeah. But I know that there's going to be down the line like serious like treatment plans of like, hey, I totally want to operate on your heart. And you're like, oh.
I know. It's funny, like the minute Weasel has any diarrhea or anything, I'm like, we need to go to the hospital right now. But then I'm like, I've had diarrhea the past 9 days and I'm fine. I'm going to walk it off.
You know what? I do drink water.
Yeah.
I don't drink
it's
that
just
much
water.
Yeah.
I'm
really one time and we're like, oh my God, take him to the vet immediately. He's dying.
For me, I'm like, I don't need to see a doctor.
Yeah, I mean, truly, you're like, I can't exist without.
I just had one too many tacos last night, so that's it.
That's exactly it. And it really is a weird thing.
I love it. I love the vocal fry. I can't wait to see where else it pops up. Oh my God, I'm a billionaire. I invested in so many
Here's what you're going to want to do. Yeah. You're going to want, or like, Your Honor, I object.
Oh, no, they're the judge. In the courtroom,
Yeah, I did. Hey, totally. It's like, in my courtroom, I actually play by the rules. Okay. So if you're going to speak out of turn,
stand up.
Everyone stand up. Hi.
Yeah. So you did a really, really bad thing. So I'm going to send you to jail for our life so you don't hurt anyone else's feelings.
Okay.
You're going to have to apologize to the family.
You're mean.
But you're going to have to
actually really
mean it. And also, you're going away for like 100 years. So
also, here's your prison term. And no, I'm not joking. Jury of your peers, good luck, asshole.
Yeah.
Like fully that. I was like, this is hilarious.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. It was truly beautifully entertaining and really wonderful. Fun. And again, as capable as all get out. She was like, I know, right?
Yeah.
So sassy. And then I kept saying, like, as a joke, I always like make the joke that Weasel's like the most handsome dog alive. And she was like, oh my God, he totally is. So like, he's so cute. Angles. And I was like, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, no, he would wear like plaid pants and a nice little leather button up. And I was like,
but I'd rather have that though, because like every time I go into like one of those real rigid doctor types or anything, or I like meet someone that's older or whatever, I always turn into like, oh yeah, no, it's like I'd rather be like, right, what's up, doc?
Well, and you've like come away from the doctor and you've been like, she barely like laughed, and I was like, Del, that's not the point of like, you're not supposed to like the point. Go to the doctor just trying to connect with,
dude. If I'm trying to make them part of my team, that keeps up
my
body, then it's like I want to be comfortable around them.
That is the Delman crew.
When I do, like, I'm comfortable around anyone. I'll drop trout in front of any of these doctors, and I'm not afraid. Sexy. I don't even need someone else to come in the room like they offer.
They're like, sir, please put your pants back on. No one told you to do that.
I'm like, whatever.
No. Oh, you want to check it out? Okay.
Oh, you're a dentist.
Serious stuff. Okay. Oh, I only need to see your mouth. Like. There's other things that like we both get weird about our generation. Like you were saying the other day. Like,
oh yeah, someone the other day that it's normally people older than me, I think, doing this right now.
Yeah.
There are some people older than me that are like millennial cusp or the older millennials. I found out that we're
elder millennials.
I found that we're just millennials.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, and then there's younger millennials, which is like under us, up to 30.
Sure.
And then there's elder millennials. So these elder millennials and people older than that, they're the ones that are using this voice feature on the phone.
Yeah.
Instead of sending text messages, they'll just send like 5-minute long voice
messages.
And it's been recent that I've been getting these because my friends don't normally do this. And I get it. And I get so much anxiety because I normally like I'm here or I'm at a restaurant and I've taught myself.
You can like read a text easily, but you can't be like, hold on, I have to listen to an
I can read a text.
Message.
Okay, they're fine. I'll get to the bottom of this later. It's not, or like, okay, this is serious. Whatever it is. What did they have to say that they couldn't just text?
Why can't they just text me?
Yeah. And so then like I go to the bathroom and then I like listen to this message and it's always like, hey bud, how's it going? And it's like, you know me, I don't like those texts. Like things can get lost in a text anyway. So I'm gonna send you this message that you're not gonna figure out how to play again or download, and you're gonna need to listen to it right now. And then I'm gonna be able to see that you did listen to it. So I'm gonna be waiting for you to respond, pretty much instantaneous. Like they just give me so much anxiety.
It is like a very big anxiety inducer.
So normally I'll just reply like, hey, I'm not in a position where I can listen to this and I don't know when I will be. So
which sounds even more like, hey, I do not know.
It was funny because then I was talking like, I was like, is this just me? And I was talking to a younger millennial who lives next door and she's like, no, God, no. She's like, I've like lost friends over this.
Because it is a thing because there's younger generations that do it too, where they like send it to you.
I text
and I also
everything.
didn't know that like when they're gone, they're gone. Sometimes you can keep them, sometimes that. But like there's things that I like accidentally press play and I was like, well, I have no idea what you said and I hope it was nice. Or
that's if they wanted to disappear or whatever. But for me, it's like I text for everything, and if you're gonna call me, it's not happening. Like you're not. We need to schedule a call. Yeah. That's what happens. If you want to have like a Zoom with me, or we need to get to the bottom of something, we can put that in the books.
Friends will be like, "I called you," and I'll be like, "I didn't. I will never pick up unless you literally like, can I call you?" And I'm like, "Go for it."
Yeah, if
babe.
you just call me out of the blue, and it's not emergency, like. What's going on?
There's also the random, and this is a very specific type of subset of people. That literally like you'll text them and they'll immediately FaceTime you.
Oh God,
and that's one of those.
That's even
where I'm
more
like,
anxiety.
I'll
block you right there.
I'll be like, I'm on the toilet. I'm on the toilet. I'm naked. I'm on the toilet.
I have friends that we know like, we just call each other when we get the chance. Yeah. And so if I see it, I'll be like, I can't right now, and I won't feel bad. If I can, I'll be like, what's up? But that's very few.
Yeah.
Like my parents. My sister, some of my friends from college that don't live around here. Some of your friends from
like the UK that you're like,
it's a journey. My European friends, it's like, and even then sometimes I'm always like, I'm on the bathroom, I'm
indisposed.
But who are these people calling people? Like if it was up to me, I would get rid of that function on my phone. Like no calling.
You can't have a phone that just doesn't call.
You do that. Like people, I mean, like people will be like, Lee's voicemail is full.
Always full.
Yeah, because it's like, what are you doing? Full. Just text me.
Yeah, just text me.
That's all. Don't dare text me. Call me. That's my dad's thing.
It happened.
My dad means well with it, but he started doing it when my grandma was 101, and he'd be like, call me, and I'd be like,
call me immediately. Because
in his mind, he'd go call me. And he's very rigid on a schedule, whereas I am not so much. Mm-hmm. So sometimes some things come up, work comes up, I forget to call him back. So in his mind, he's like, I wanted him to call me. So he's trying to be polite because he knows I'm not going to pick up. So he's like, call me now.
And you're like,
and I'm like,
who
holy
died?
Shit. So I'm like, hey, is everything okay? He's like, well, the printer is... And you're like, dang it, dude. I thought grandma was dying. She's fine. And I go, you can't keep texting me. Call me now. Like you have to tell me. And then he still to this day will be like, call me
immediately.
No, now he's more like, call me when you get a chance. And then if I don't respond in an hour, he'll just like dot or like, or he'll
Where were you? How is it?
Or he'll do that. I have one friend who like, he'll do the same thing. Like, call me whenever. And then if you don't do it, he'll like question his own
call me whenever.
Yeah. And then you're like,
that's passive aggressive.
Yeah. No. Because then you see it.
That's text etiquette.
He's like reminding you.
I don't know about that.
I didn't mind it though.
Oh, really? All right, not bad. You're like, oh yeah, okay.
And then you change it to a heart. Then you put a question
thumbs
down.
You thumbs it down.
Respond to me.
No, you're right. There's a weird anxiety with those voice notes. It's a thing that's happening now though too, where it's just like. But a lot of our friends, the friends that do it, are the ones that are like very busy, and so they'll like be giving you paragraphs of stuff. But you're right. You're like, I don't know if I have the bandwidth to take on.
Well, they're either older and they get lost. They do get lost in the text, like they just don't know what the emojis are, or whatever. Or it's literally like, hey, I'm putting my kid down. Here's what I want to say. Get the hell off the shed.
There was a second there where like emojis were happening, and one of our friends didn't know that the like wet one is like horny, the water one, and everyone kept being sweaty. Like, I know you did, but like everyone kept being like, oh, I love this rain, and it was like all the horny things, and you're like, oh no, and like you have to literally be like, hey, and a part of me wants to be like, there should be literally an app for like, what does this emoji mean?
I thought you were able to make up your own. Because like some of them I'm like, what the hell is this devil thing? And then it's like, why is it he? I hate it. And then you tell me what it means, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's better. Yeah. But the upside down smiley face, I'm like, I use that this way, but some people do the melting one.
Yeah, some people do the melting one. Yeah. My horny emoji is always that weird devil face. That's like a hilarious horny emoji. Yeah. But I'm just saying, there's a vernacular.
Mine is the guy with the black mustache. That means I'm ready. If I send that.
Just a normal man with a mustache. Wow. He's ready to go. That's it. His name is Dan, and he's ready.
And if I send the yellow one?
No. All right. You're like, I think you should send someone a key. You should be like, hey, just an FYI, this upside down smiley face means I'm confused. And this man with a mustache means I'm horny.
And if I send you the hospital emoji,
what?
That's like sirens, like woo, woo. Yeah. You're like, no,
you're on fire, baby.
You're like, no. Anyways, I just do the one sideways crying. That's the only one I do.
Yeah, that's what I do. The sideways.
And
crying,
I just found out you could put shortcuts in your. Anyways, I'm learning a lot, but don't call me, text me. You can email me, but that's not going to get a response normally.
Can you put all this in your bio, maybe, so people know where to
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be in my link tree.
Good. Don't call me,
my LinkedIn.
Text me. Don't text me. Emoji me.
And so I do the thing. I do the speak to text, but I have her write it out.
My favorite was you responded and you were like, and then you sent that.
Yeah, didn't mean to. I'm like, God, don't listen to the last one. It sent. I didn't send it, but it sent itself. And then I found out later, like, it didn't. You have to press keep. So then she's just like, what is he talking about? Anyways.
I love it for you. I really love it for you.
I got rid of my phone.
Do you want to dive into some melting pot questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Really good ones this week.
We're also like as I've been promising the last few episodes, life's been happening, but we're going to be changing the scenery a little, and we're going to be adding, like, a lot of people have actually been reaching out. We actually just went postal, if that's what that means.
That's not what that means. Okay.
But a mailman, he listens to us on his trips while he's doing stuff, which was awesome.
I love that.
He appreciated Hot Mailman, and I'm sure he's also a Hot Mailman out there.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Because they're one or the other.
They really,
they're either hot or they're not.
I don't know. All of ours are really hot mailmen. Yeah, like we even said that.
Or
the
hot
other day.
mail women.
Yeah, we have hot mail women. Yeah. We have hot mail men.
Anyways, you can't hit on them. Apparently, it's a federal offense. But
apparently, you gotta go to jail. So all right,
federal jail.
I just said, can I have your phone number?
I hit on all those hot mailmen.
I texted him an emoji.
Nice package. I did all the bits.
I did all the bits. I said, I'd like to stuff your envelope. I said, where can I put my stamp?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they sent me to
jail. It was a hard no.
Yeah, and then she was like, you're going to jail for a long time.
Listen, what you did was totes not cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guilty.
I'm actually soups furious about it.
Anyways, we've gone postal, and he reached out to us. He never reaches out to anyone, but we help him get through.
That makes me feel even more special because I know that game. Where you're like, I don't wait to anyone.
Took some good advice on Lee's heart stuff.
Yeah, that was so nice.
Also, there's, I think I talked about it in the past. There's like a guy who like named a rare bird after me. He's doing like his science
project,
his research. Yeah, it felt really good. But I think I brought it up to. He's like, don't tell anyone about it. Because it's super top secret.
Okay, so then maybe don't.
Well, that's why I didn't give the specifics. But there is a rare bird named after me.
I think. Well, now now people are gonna Google.
There's only a few rare birds.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a condor, so that's helping. So I'm working on condor name. But anyways, thank you so much for listening. But like, we love hearing suggestions. We love hearing what's working, what your favorite parts are.
Yeah.
We want to start adding new bits to it because we've kind of just been like, these are our bits, but like.
But
we
want
to keep
adding. You want to hear,
anything you want to hear, like tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you really
Everyone
like.
always has really good questions.
Yeah.
They always have great hypotheticals.
We're
so appreciative.
But any ideas are good ideas.
Yeah, we love it.
Someone did ask, or someone else sent us a message, and they're like, "Hey, that Yosemite trip you were talking about was really cool. Like, can you make that happen?"
I know. They were like, "Do you want to be our tour guide?" I was
that
like,
would be so cool if we ran like a dude ranch. Like, we're like, "Welcome everyone.
Welcome to Yosemite Park.
Welcome to the Alp." Yeah.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't break character the whole time though. Like, it wouldn't be this guy. It would be the welcome to hell, kids.
It'd be the jujitsu guy. They'd be like throwing stuff at people and telling them.
Don't worry. If a bear approaches, I will throw a dart at the bear and then use my katana as a last
16 grams to the head.
Yeah, hell yeah, you got it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Let's hop into the melting pot.
We're gonna do this. This is a pretty fun one.
Yeah.
It's Britt Briss asked, if you had to pick new first names for each other, what would they be?
Well, neither of us go by our first
That
name.
is the thing, is that we
Well,
get that
I go by
all the
Delman,
time.
and you go by Lee.
Yeah.
My name is Andrew.
My name is Ashley.
Which I think both our parents, they started looking in the names and then in the A's. They were like, this is good. This is good. The rest seems stressful.
I was supposed to be, my parents thought I was going to be a boy because I had a really low heart rate.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
And so they like literally were like, oh, it's Nathaniel. Like they painted the room blue. They told everyone that I had a little, whatever. Yeah. And then when I came out a girl, my mom kind of panicked because all my other siblings were like biblical ass names. And she really liked the way that Margaret Mitchell wrote Ashley in Gone with the Wind. She literally was like, I love that name, and I love how Scarlett O'Hara said it in the movie, and even though it was a man, she named me Ashley, and then it never stuck. Really, I mean, it did stick.
Yeah.
It was, but
mine was weird. It was like they're like, oh, we really like Jason, and then your aunt was like, I'm naming him Jason.
That happens in families. People steal baby names all the time, which is why I won't tell anyone my baby names. Except for this podcast.
I don't think anyone wants to
ready?
steal your baby.
Hold on.
No,
yeah,
it's not
do.
baby names. It's first names. It's
People
what would we
steal
name if we could rename each other.
Okay, so this is my baby name list. Squid.
No,
I love it.
Why do you give that? Wasn't the question. The question is we rename each other. I could be Squid Delman, but that's weird. Oh my
God. Hold on. Yeah. No, that is the thing. I'm going to name Delman Squid.
Really?
Yeah, it's cute. And it would be really individualistic.
Yeah.
You can say, hi, I'm Squid.
Hi, I'm Squid.
Wow. That's really good.
Not bad. Newt, Squid. Frog. Delman.
Frog. Oh my God, Frog Delman. Frog Delman is it. Frog is that's so good. But that's only because I know you. Like, I'm not going to name you anything like, I don't know, Chad or something.
Chad Delman.
I'm not going to take into context the Delman. I think it's important to give you a name that feels individualistic. Basil. No one is going to call you Basil.
I would love to be a Basil.
No one, because you're not a Basil.
Big Basil in the house.
Hey, what's up, man? My name is Basil. I'm here to fight, and I'm here to party, and I'm here to be your best friend.
I'd probably go by Basil.
Yeah, everyone would call you Basil.
But I'd be like, it's actually Basil.
And they'd be like, no one's going to call you that, man. Right. Sorry, man. I like Frog. I'm sticking with the Frog Delman. What?
Herb?
You're not a Herb. You don't want to be a Herb. Herb is not it. But you are a Frog. Frog Delman or Squid Delman.
Okay.
But I think Frog is probably what I would name you. I think that might be mean, but...
And if I could rename you...
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be.
It's tough.
Scrum?
Scrum?
Scruff?
Scrum is good. Scruff, I don't feel like I'm very scruffy. Scrum is pretty good, though. Hi, I'm
Crash?
Scrum. I mean, well,
they call you Smash.
My nickname is Smash and has been for a lot of my life.
Cool.
Was Smash
Newton.
Smash Newton is pretty
If that
good.
was your actual legal name.
A lot of people called me Smash. Like
I'm
a
not
lot of
mad
my
at
hometown.
it.
All right, I'll stick
Smash.
with it. Smash.
Yeah.
Although I'm really.
But I don't like Smash. It's sexual now.
Ooh,
How about
that's
Crash
fair.
Newton?
No, I got Crash a lot when I was a kid.
Hash.
That feels you're just you're just diving in. I'm standing by Scrum. If you don't
right.
call me Scrum from here on out,
I'm gonna call you Lenny Kravitz.
Hell, sorry. Hi. There was a weird time where my husband named me, and
you could be a Lenny.
I'm not a Lenny. That's mean. I am not Lenny Kravitz Newton.
Okay,
I'm Scrum.
I like
how
Scrum.
I'm sticking more to Scrum and Lenny Kravitz.
Crumb.
Rude. Oh my god, I
there
love
it is. Crumb Newton.
Oh my god, I love it.
We
Crumb
found it.
Newton.
Crumb and Frog. I like it. I'm not mad at it. I actually love it.
Wow, that's so good.
Yeah.
I love Crumb and Frog.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Crumb and Frog.
This is great.
Oh, please let it happen.
Would you rather have a hypothetical or a question?
Oh, give me a question.
Hypothetical.
I love it.
What would you reverse? Would you That's in the editing. They're not going to see that.
I know, but I'm sad they're not going to see
They'll
that.
see it. They'll see it.
Do evil.
Hypothetical.
Yeah, I love it.
Would you rather be magical
Ooh, okay.
but live on Earth?
Yeah.
Or live in a magical land but be normal?
Oh my god. Duh. I'd rather be magical. Could you imagine being the only person that
It's the same thing, except on one of them you're like, oh, everyone else is having fun and I don't get to have fun.
That's so lame.
Or everyone sucks and I have this thing that I can't tell anyone.
Why can't you tell anyone?
Well, you could, but like David Blaine, there's magicians among us that really
They're
were
not
born
really magical.
Cheddar, I know you're
Hold on. Do you think David Blaine is really magical?
He's not doing magic. He's doing feats that no one else can do. He's putting his body through. He's a magician. It's like the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
You can't just tell people you can do this because they'll take advantage of you. They'll try and stop
maybe
you.
They'll try and fight you. Maybe they'll try and kill you.
Yeah, so it's like.
Such a world
it's the same as like Harry Potter when he's on the Muggle planet. He can't be doing
Muggle
magic.
Planet.
Whatever.
Where have you been?
Planet Earth.
Well, yeah, the Muggle planet.
When
he's not in the world of magic. Yeah, there's like a separate.
There you go.
Yeah, okay,
when he's in the normal world.
Yeah.
He can't be doing magic. So it's like you're not just going to be like turning water into wine at parties.
I would be so ballsy with mine. I don't really care. I'd be like, look, I'm living my best life. And they'd be like, ma'am, you can't bring your magic into this casino. And I'd be like, can I?
They kill people for being witches for doing less. Like, you're out.
Fair.
Unless you're just like, you can just do an invincibility spell, then who cares?
Yeah.
I'd just take over.
No, I'd be really secret. I'd be good at keeping a secret. I cannot be the person that does not have magical. Like, I can't be the person that everyone else is like, I don't know, controlling water or earth or like wind or like.
I feel like, couldn't you become a magician? Like, couldn't you be like in the magical world and you're like, I'm trying, you guys?
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Everyone literally is like, hey, I control water. Then that person's like, I shapeshift. And I'm like, this is your card.
I can do an impression of all of you. Look at me. I'm doing magic. Pretty good.
That is a morning lark. And they're like, this is
it's
sad.
a hard question, honestly.
I don't think it's hard at all. You have to be the magical person on Earth.
I would like to, but it's like, is there dozens of us? Is it just me?
Just me. I'm okay with that.
And am I monetizing it? Like, do I do kids parties?
Why do you have to? No, God.
Or
could you imagine?
Just like,
they're like, hey, did you hire the flamethrower?
Or am I just like an Uber driver and I'm like, you want to get there really fast? Don't tell anyone.
They're like, I feel like your skills are underutilized.
I'm just bored. Yeah,
I'm so bored.
I don't really know what to do.
Do you want me to? Can I run you there?
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna teleport you there if that's.
I don't know. I guess
tip me big.
Yeah, I guess I would rather have magic on Earth.
Of course you would.
Yeah. But there is part of me that's like, it would be really cool to just be in that Harry Potter kind of world and just be like, it sucks, but because Hermione was not, she's both parents were normal.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that's different. She still could do magic.
But
she
could
still
Hagrid
do
magic? Could they all do magic? Can I just kind of find my place? I'm like, I sell bread.
Yeah,
you guys still need to eat bread. What are you guys doing? What are you working on? Like I could just be the positive uncle.
He's just.
You guys doing spells? That's cool. I wish I could do a spell. I could never do spells.
Can you do me a favor? My carburetor needs to be looked at. If you could just if
I had one of those thingies you got, I would be.
Just take a look at it, give it a little tick and tack, and get me back on the road.
And then they'd be like, I don't do magic, but I make it. Look at the bread. I made it with my hands. They say it tastes like magic.
A burden.
My daughter's name is Crumb.
He's a burden in this society.
All right. I mean, you're a burden either way. It's like, Mom, you don't understand me. I do magic.
I do magic. Leave me alone. Or it's like, hey, no one.
Yeah. All right. I'd rather stay on planet Earth and just do some magic.
Good for you. I'm so glad that was such a heartbreaking decision.
You know, it didn't end as fun as I wanted it to.
I'm so
The answer's right there.
The answer's right there.
Yeah.
The answer is really obvious.
Yeah.
I don't know many people that would choose the have magic all around me and be completely desolate and alone without their magic.
Yeah.
This is actually probably one of the hardest questions I think I've ever had to answer in my entire life. Sunbeam's question was, what's the best bowl of pasta you ever had?
The best bowl of pasta?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good pastas. There was this one pasta you made called Sexy Mac and Cheese. Had a lot of cheeses involved in it. That was very tasty.
I had about 7 or 8 cheeses in it. I made it. It's called Sexy Mac and Cheese.
Yeah.
And Dylan was like, what's this called? And I was like, Sexy Mac and Cheese.
It was very good.
And it's very tasty.
And then there was another, there was this weird one. It wasn't maybe the best, but I keep thinking about it because I don't know. Yeah. I used to work at the Cheesecake Factory.
Nice.
And they had this weird.
That was a name drop.
And they had this weird pasta that had pine nuts in it. I don't remember about the pasta that much, but it was pesto and pine nuts.
Yeah. That sounds great.
I'm trying to chase that pine nut, but I see the prices of pine nuts and I'm like, what are we doing?
See this guy. He doesn't have pine nut money.
No,
what are you kidding me?
What is this?
There's sometimes where I will see things on TikTok and they'll be like, and I took 2 bags of pine nuts and I'm like, whoa. Yeah. Pine nut money is a different tax bracket. Dude. Okay. Listen.
What about you?
Look, I have a lot. There's weird fancy restaurants, but I'm gonna be honest. There was a dark time where I would made my own pasta because it really was not hard. Me and my roommate were we're doing it. We love it. It got really dark because we just kept making pasta over and over again. That homemade pasta and just salted butter had no business being as good as it was. Oh yeah,
no, it's very good.
And it was one of the most, and we'd do fresh ground pepper and then the butter, and we toss and toss and toss in this homemade pasta. I think about it constantly. That would probably be my last meal. And then they'd be like, but how much of it do you want? And I'd be like, I want a movie theater popcorn size bowl of this buttered noodle pasta. I want to hurl from it. Wow. And then you can kill me. So and then that's fine.
I kind of went racist with it, and I just went Italian. But thinking through it, I've had some incredible ramens and some incredible Lanzhou hand-pulled noodle.
Lanzhou hand-pulled noodle in New York.
Yeah. Look, I just love noodles, so they're all good to me.
That's
you can't really go bad with it.
Noodles is on your top. That's in your top 5.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Probably
I want to know what everyone else's answer is to that, because I think that a lot of people might, if they really think about it, have to branch out as hard as possible. Yeah. What is the best bowl of pasta you've ever had?
Yeah.
And would you rather be magic on Earth, or would you rather? I mean, that's a wild question.
Whatever one I'm eating currently, that's my favorite.
Oh my God, we have to end there.
All right. Anything else?
Oh, this is a really good one. Okay. I love this one so much. All right. What is a spin-off of a show that never happened but you want to see?
If you got one,
I know mine immediately. I knew it when it happened. I wanted so badly, because I knew it would have been absurd and wonderful in the best way. I wanted a Buster Bluth spinoff. Out of everyone in Arrested Development, because I know they came back and they did all the Netflix things, and they were fine. They were good. That didn't feel like the same one, but Buster Bluth is still one of my favorite characters ever written in the history of television.
Whoa.
I also think his world and how he sees it, and the characters that could have existed in his world, is such a stupid, beautiful, absurd world that I was like, oh, I want to see him go to Army. I want to see I want to see his entire day at the arcade.
I don't think it's as interesting as either. I think he's just sitting at Lucille's
but
house.
I'm saying people around him and people's reaction to him, and people in his life, and And like, even especially, I can't remember exactly how the show ended, but I know that Buster's pretty much alone on his journey to life. And so the people around him that are helping him facilitate living,
wow.
I would like to know and see that show so quickly, so intensely.
Wow.
I think it would be one of the best shows, or it would immediately get canceled because everything I love always does. But that's one in particular that I want to see so badly as a spinoff of just like Buster Bluth and his dating. I need to see what his dating is, what their conversations are like, what dates he takes, and what romantic gestures he does. Like,
him and Liza.
I mean, truly, I need to see that. I need to see it.
Yeah.
I need to. I love him so much. I love Tony Hale so much.
Oh, such a good actor.
He's so good. And that's just someone that, especially because there's probably not going to be much like it on television, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even when we talked about in Frasier, like Niles Crane, like how we were like, oh, he deserved one, but you know what that would be because he's so persnickety and he's so
king because Frasier is a spinoff of Cheers, exactly. And now they're doing a reboot of Frasier, but no one's in it except for Frasier.
Truly, but insane. I think like those ones, that's always tough. But I think there's absolutely the spinoff that I want to see, that I need to see, is 100% a Buster Bluth spinoff.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
I actually don't have any that are coming to mind.
You don't need to. You can think on it, and we can actually...
For me, it's like the sadder. Like, I'm like, I want to see one of the other characters from the show House. And when they go home, they're like, my boss is an a-hole. He just does weird drugs and yells at everyone.
This guy's an asshole. He's
just trying to be a doctor.
Yeah, I don't know why he harasses me as hard as he does.
Anyway, I'm going to go to bed and then go back to work.
Yeah, I mean, perfect. I love it. No, I think that's perfect. I think this is a good question too.
It's a
that
great
we can
question.
ask the world. Yeah, I think actually now I'm going to put this question out to the world. What is a spinoff show that never happened but you want to see? Because I didn't want to know all your answers. I know there's ones I'm not thinking of. I know there's ones that I'm like, oh shit, like
there is one that I keep thinking of. It's I made a sketch about it a long time ago, but whenever we're watching The Bachelor or we're watching like Bachelor in Paradise, they always have this, well, maybe they don't anymore, but they're like, are you in your twilight years and you're over the age of 60 and you looking for love?
Yeah.
And they're like, call now. And in my head, I'm like, okay, so they're trying to figure out a way to do like old person Bachelor.
Yeah.
Which I want.
Yes.
But I haven't seen it. Like, they put the casting out there, and I'm like, when they did that, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Like, are we about to do this? Like, some older people just like living life. But
it's not happening.
I mean, maybe they're not. Maybe the older people aren't watching.
Yeah,
The
they're like,
Bachelor.
no.
Yeah.
God, no.
Yeah, it's like we're too smart. Yeah, that's for young idiots. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well, maybe it's not about love. Maybe it's just hanging out, trying to find friends.
Yeah.
It's like, we just go to an island. We hang out, just trying to find some friends. That's cool. That's awesome. We'll post the question on our Instagram, and feel free to answer it on the old Grammy-gram.
I don't think anyone calls it Grammy.
And if you can't, if you don't do Instagram, email me. I'll put your comment out there. I'll put it as me, but I'll say I'll get you on there.
But hey, do yourself a favor. Do not text. Do not
text. Do not voice.
Do not voice call. Do not FaceTime.
Do not FaceTime.
Because Delman is not ready for it.
I'm not doing FaceTime.
I'm not doing it anymore.
Okay.
I love it.
All right.
We love you
guys. Stay stinky.
Stay cozy.